Warmer temperatures have us reaching for sunscreen more and more, so I wanted to do a quick sunscreen 101 video, tell you about reasons why you might want to reach for different sunscreens to keep you and your family safe. It's my mission to help you make healthy choices one swap at a time, and let's make sunscreen your next swap. Let's start with the two different types of sunscreen. There's chemical and there's physical sunscreens. Chemical sunscreens will have names like octinoxate, avobenzone, oxybenzone. When you look under that active ingredient label, all sunscreens will have a drug facts label so that the FDA can test exactly how much sun protection factor, SPF, is in a sunscreen. How much SPF do you actually need? 98% of the rays are going to be blocked by 30 SPF. So you really don't need up to 100 SPF. The studies actually show when you have one that's that high, people actually reapply less because they have this safety mentality that the SPF is so high that they don't have to reapply. Reapplication is one of the main things. Every 2 hours you need to be reapplying no matter what sunscreen you're wearing. Why even think about avoiding those chemical sunscreens? I'm going to give you a few reasons. A 2020 study in JAMA showed that 6 common sunscreen ingredients exceeded the FDA safety threshold after just one application, and the levels remained elevated in the bloodstream for days after use. Oxybenzone in particular has been linked to endocrine disruption, which means a disruption in your hormones. Oxybenzone during pregnancy in one study showed that it could lead to birth defects and even lower birth weight in infants. The American Academy of Pediatrics even recommends to avoid oxybenzone use in children due to the hormone disrupting potential. And those are all just for human safety. Let's don't forget about the marine safety. Having these chemical sunscreens creates this film on top of the water, and it's killing coral reefs and marine life. I got to sit in and hear from a scientist who works at Hanauma Bay in Hawaii, and she told us all about the detrimental effects that chemical sunscreens are having in that particular region. But it's widespread. There are now laws preventing against these kind of sunscreens in multiple states, and it probably won't be long until it trickles down to more. So what can you use instead? This is what I look for when I'm personally picking out a sunscreen for myself. I want a non-nano zinc oxide as the only active ingredient. It is a mineral base that acts like a skin barrier. It reflects the rays. Some of the rays do absorb, but most of the rays are reflected away from that physical barrier. Reapplication is key, just like with any sunscreen, every 2 hours, but it's really important that it's non-nano. So that means not small. That way it's not absorbing into the skin. Now, if you've ever used mineral sunscreens, you know that they can be thick and goopy, hard to rub in, leave kind of a white cast, especially if you have a darker skin tone. But I have found a few that I think are tried and true, and they're on sale for the entire month of March. I used to use Beauty Counter. Of course, they're not reopening until May of 2025 is what we're being told. I don't know if they'll still have sunscreens during that time. We don't know what the lineup will look like. So I have been using the Crunchy body sunscreen for both me and my family. What else to consider when you're thinking about sunscreens? When you read the ingredient label and everything checks the box, you also need to be thinking about the packaging. When something is sitting out in the heat, like at a pool or a beach, whatever is on that packaging has a likelihood to leach into the formula. And if the company hasn't considered that, then your seemingly safe formula might be being contaminated with plastics from the tubing. I love that Crunchy uses an aluminum bottle, and not only is it aluminum, but they tested it and baked it in the oven over and over to ensure that there were no leaching of any chemicals into the actual sunscreen formula. Plus, aluminum is highly sustainable and perpetually recyclable. This one is a broad spectrum SPF 30. I'm almost out, but I am going to show you how well it rubs in. Look how thin the formula is. It's not thick and goopy. The first one I think of is always Badger. That one is so hard to rub in and leaves such a white cast. But this one almost feels like just like a lotion or a moisturizer. That was kind of a lot for that part of my hand, but I think I'll still be able to get it all rubbed in. See how well that rubs in? Easy, easy, easy. It doesn't feel super sticky. It really just feels like I put a moisturizer on. And if I can show you a comparison, I love the Beauty Counter one, but if we look at even how hard it is to squeeze out, how thick it is, much thicker. Oh, there's still some sand in there. That's nice from the beach this weekend. It does rub in beautifully. It is a lot thicker, but but neither one leaves a huge white cast. So I like both. I think they're both really good options. The crunchy one is on sale for the entire month of March. You can get it in a family 4-pack for $126, so that'll basically cover you for the rest of the summer. You can also get regular facial SPF to wear every day after your skincare and before your makeup. This one's on sale for $36, but you can also get these in a duo for $67.50. Last but not least, the Sunlight Tinted SPF. This is like skincare, makeup, and SPF all in one. It leaves this beautiful coverage. I wear light medium, and you can get this on sale for the entire month of March. Regular $52, you can get it for $39. So I highly recommend stocking up. I will be stocking up on all three while they're on sale for 25% off, which is better than my consultant discount of 20% off. I hope this helps cut out the overwhelm of chemical versus mineral sunscreens, what to look for, including the packaging, and will help you and your family make a safer swap this summer.